Yes, there are differences. But before I say that there are differences, I should say that we are very, very similar between Europe and Asia. We are basically genetically the same tribe. We are much more similar than African. But there are differences, and this difference in rheumatoid arthritis. It occurs the same in China and in Europe, but there are slight differences in when you go to how it works. We have slightly different genes, and we have different environment, which means that, and we have different kind of treatments. Actually leads to that the disease in China is often more severe in different ways. This leads to that the diagnostic test will be slightly different. So it's so different so that it could be worth to make different diagnostic tests. We will definitely make different vaccines for the East Asian population compared to the European population because the genes differs between China and Europe in this aspect. Antibody is useful for diagnostic tests because they're easy to measure. They also play a role in vivo. The lack of understanding is exactly what they actually detect, because the target could be different in vivo in the organism compared to in vitro in the different assay plates in different ways. So we try to understand that difference and see what is functionally different. It will have been worked for many, many years of these diagnostic tests, but it's lots of more things to do and to understand which antibody is doing what and what we can diagnose in here. I think that the early diagnosis is already very good, actually. We can basically predict the development of rheumatoid arthritis with antibodies to citrullinated proteins, actually. It helps also to understand genetics. It helps to understand environmental factors, smoking and other kind of chronic inflammatory effect will affect also arthritis. Together, we have the highest predictive factor for any inflammatory disease with rheumatoid arthritis. We will know several years before a person will get rheumatoid arthritis. It's scary because we don't have any treatment at this stage. We don't know. We can't give a treatment before one gets the disease. And it's a terrible knowledge to know that you are likely to get a severe disease but cannot be treated. So I think the human population is expecting us to give the treatment, and we can't do it now. And this is a big challenge for scientists and doctors to develop this.